an ex-boxer who was unmasked as a drugs gang boss years before his first televised arena fight, is back in court after burgling a family home and stealing a van before ramming it into a cop car. Anthony Leake, 33, was once a promising boxer, instead led a drugs gang which peddled heroin and cocaine worth almost £750,000. Anthony Leake and 6 other men were jailed for their involvement in the racket in 2018. Manchester Crown Court previously heard how between November 2016 and March 2017, police discovered more than 4 kilograms of cocaine and other Class A drugs, including heroin, following 4 warrants. The drugs seized had an estimated street value of £726,000, and officers also found a gun and ammunition. Leake was arrested days before the event at the Manchester Arena, which was set to be broadcast on BT Sport. He told police he was too busy focusing on his boxing career to be involved in crime. He was due to fight on the undercard before Ancoats boxer Terry Flanagan's fight against Petr Petrov at the Manchester Arena in 2017. Mr. Leake was locked up for 11 years and 4 months, but in December 2022 he was released on licence, appearing to get his life back on track. He began working in construction. But in October last year, after running up gambling debts, he became involved in the targeted burglary on a family's home in Middleton. He and another man ransacked every room downstairs of the house as the family of 4, including 2 children, slept upstairs. They took numerous items totaling over $37,000, including 3 sets of vehicle keys, jewellery, and a Breitling watch worth $2,500. Minshall Street, Crown Court heard. He then took the householder's work van before coming to the attention of patrolling officers, reaching speeds of 60 mph in a 30 mph zones. Leake was eventually brought to a stop when he crashed the car into a police car. 2 officers were both left injured and shaken from the incident. Prosecutor Craig McGregor said Leake, who has been recalled on licence, was jailed for 45 months and won't taste freedom again until 2028. The court heard that the victim, who lived on Wrigley Fold with his wife and 2 children, had returned home from work as a kitchen fitter on October the 6th this year before going to bed at around 11:30 p.m. He woke the next morning to find his house had been burgled and his work van, worth $26,000, had been taken, along with 6,000 tools inside. This was a targeted burglary, and the total loss and theft was around $45,500, Mr. McGregor said. The man, who was present in court, said in a statement, "I am outraged and deeply upset by this crime. It's disgusting that someone feels they have the right to break into my property and steal my things. I work hard to provide for my family. Nobody has the right to come into my home and steal my belongings. It's made me feel anxious, and someone targeted my house and entered my home in the night while myself, my wife and my children were sleeping." The following morning at around 3 a.m, officers were looking for a suspect involved in a different incident when the stolen van drove past them at high speed. The officers followed, activating their emergency lights and siren, and Anthony Leake failed to stop until he collided into the side of a police car, pushing it down the road. He then made off from the scene, but was later arrested after his DNA was found on the deployed airbag, and was then recalled on licence. The officer who was driving the police car that had been hit in the collision said she was left uncontrollably shaken and in shock. He later began suffering with whiplash and also suffered flashbacks and nightmares. The other officer, the passenger, suffered from intense lower body pain, which saw him have 2 months off work, being unable to sit straight or stand for long periods of time. He also said that he planned a pilgrimage and had wanted to do lots of walking around various landmarks, but was unable to see them properly. Mr. Leake said to have numerous previous convictions, including for burglary, handling stolen goods and assaulting emergency workers. Mitigating A.T. Walden said their client expressed remorse. He explains that he came out of prison in December 2022 and he was working full-time in construction until his arrest, she said. He racked up some debt from a gambling addiction and that's why he was offered money to assist with the burglary. He does express genuine remorse, Miss Walden added. Anthony Leake of Acreview, Bacup, was jailed for 45 months for offences of burglary, assault, occasioning actual bodily harm, driving with no insurance, and dangerous driving. Due to him being recalled on licence, he will not be released until August 2028. He will be banned from driving for 4 years upon release. Please like this video, please comment, and I would love it if you could subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you.